Good evening, chat. I think I've got everything dialed in enough that I am live when I think I'm live this time. Perhaps not. Yep, there I am. Cool. Welcome in, Kevin. So, I did a little bit of research before stream. Or, actually, I'm getting ahead of myself. So, Peglin is now in version 2.0.6. 2.0.0 was their big new content drop update. So there is an Act 4 now. I think there's a lot of rebalancing to the game, so relics and pegs. Also, the classes are now easier to unlock. So I can't really see it for these three because I already have them unlocked, but for this fourth class, this was the condition that you already needed to have just 40 plus spinfection active on a single enemy. That was really hard, thus I don't have it. Now there's an alternative condition where if you just have a lifetime total of 2,500 applied, you unlock it. And that is what I'm going for tonight, because in my research that I did just before stream, I found out that you need to have beaten the game on any difficulty with all four classes to be able to unlock the new Act 4 content. So I thought I'd be able to get right into it tonight, but unfortunately it doesn't seem that way. Unless I'm just lucky and have like an insane spinfection build for my first run tonight. So yeah, with that in mind, I'm going for spinfection, so I want to be as versatile as possible, so I'll be doing Peglin runs. As fun as the other classes are, and as much as I like focusing on them on stream, because they're something new, we're going to go with the tried and true Peglin on Crucible 13, keep things interesting, and yeah, hopefully discover some new things with this new update. I have heard at least a rumor that there's at least one new boss in the game, and not in the new act, in acts 1 through 3. So yeah, we'll see. Hopefully we'll get lucky and get to see that tonight. It's weird, I actually have to read all of these now because I don't know what did and didn't change. Tactical treat, refresh, move after every shot, that's the way it's always been. Reduce, refuse, recycle. Bombs detonated while navigating provide 5 gold, same as ever. Excuse me. Flaunty gauntlets. Gain 1 Belusion for every gold collected. Yeah, all of these are the same. I'm actually not sure which of these I want. It's between tactical treat and reduce, refuse, recycle. That's for sure. I'm incentivized to leave bombs because they don't do as much damage anymore at this difficulty level. But oftentimes they just aren't left at the end. But also gold is scarce at this difficulty, so having a way of generating more wealth is great. Refresh, move after every shot. A lot of times with this game you get stuck where the refresh is buried under like a mountain of pegs, but there's no real good shots anywhere for anything. So this is nice because they move into good positions, but sometimes they're already in a good position and you want them to stay there. I'm not really thrilled with any of these starting options. You know what? Just because this one has a lower number on the highest Crucible I've cleared with, I'm going to take this one. But yeah, I don't expect anything to be too crazy. this early on. I'll probably just stumble into relics or orbs that are different every once in a while, but I think it'll be fairly standard. But I mean, I already like the game as it was, so what's the harm in that? Gonna get rid of my Terror Ball because it's a Terror Ball. Gonna bounce off the crit, hopefully go on the right. Yeah, just like that. I was aiming to go off of the bomb explosion straight into the refresh, but unfortunately missed it. 1 second, let me check something real quick. Alright, I'm back. And that's a kill. Yeah, I don't like taking damage this early, but at the same time, I don't really have anything to stop it. I guess I could just get good, but that's hard. Oh, if I hit that bomb, I just win. Never mind. Doesn't make it any less true, but you know. Okay, at the very least, there's plenty of pegs to bounce around on. I should be alright. Nice. Spinfection Sting. Applies 1 Spinfection on hit. On crit, apply an additional 2 Spinfection. Like I said, everything could be different now, so I'm going to read through all the descriptions tonight. Bucklord, gain 2 Bulwark, ablative health, basically. Every 12 pegs hit, it's big. Yeah, that's the same as it was before the update. 2's Company applies double damage slime to every 9 pegs hit. Double damage slime makes pegs durable and contribute double damage 4 times non-negative if peg is downgraded. Restored, heal 4 when fired, can only be used once per battle. I'm not sure if that's what that always did, but it's not exactly an orb I used a lot. But yeah, I will take that because I need to start throwing Spinfection on everything. Okay. It's the mole. Yeah, I'll want to take that mini-boss. I'll just have to tank that combat. Then I can get double chests. I would prefer the mini-boss. I have to take a combat again. There's a shop if I want it. Yeah, I'm going to go left now, even though it's into a combat, but I have to go into a combat at some point. Might as well do it now. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go for the random encounter because maybe I'll get something that will help me in the actual combat. Yes, orbs. I mean, this game is 50% randomness, 50% circle funds. You catch a glimpse of an ethereal Peglin. It appears to be some kind of echo of its former self, or of yourself. Approach the echo and upgrade an orb or leave it be. Yes, upgrade my poison. The whole reason I'm playing is poison. Thank you. It really doesn't matter where I wind up here, other than I would rather get that shop, so I'm gonna aim for left, but a fight is a fight is a fight. Dang it, I was hoping it'd go over the lip there. Probably would have been kill then. Oh well. Oh, okay. Unfortunately, that one was already basically dead and just ate all that damage, but still, it's dead. And I'm really glad I took that relic that's going to shuffle the refresh. Never mind, that's also an annoying place to get to. Never mind. I would say I should just stop talking, but I think that wouldn't make for a very entertaining stream. Okay, good. I wasn't sure if I killed it outright, if that wouldn't count for the total spinfection. The unfortunate thing is, realistically tonight, I'm not going to hit that giant total. So the only way I'd be getting Act 4 tonight is probably if I happen to get a good spinfection run going and unlock it the old-fashioned way. I'm gonna be honest, I really don't know what I was thinking with that shot. I think I just saw the crit and went, ooh, shiny. Nope. Okay. Okay, yeah, I did apply it before he died. So yeah, at this point, there's a relic that makes it so that every turn, anything that has spinfection on it, the poison status effect, the level of the spinfection goes down by 1. If you have that relic, instead of going down by 1, it goes up by 1. So then you get the enemy caught in just this vicious cycle, basically, and they just take a ton of spinfection damage. That's what I'm keeping my eyes open for, because if I'm able to get that, it significantly increases my odds of getting an enemy up to spinfection 40. And obviously any relics or orbs that deal spinfection. The unfortunate reality, though, is spinfection isn't that good, so it's hard to get a spinfection build off the ground. Like, if you have everything for it, it's good-ish, from what I hear, but, or imagine. I'm saving my gold in the hopes that I can get a relic at the shop. Oh yeah, I think they made some, I think it was like they made specifically shop-only relics cheaper. So like if a relic can only be found in the shop, it's cheaper now. I like kind of skimmed through the patch or change notes. I didn't read them super thoroughly. Ultimately, I want to go to the right, but it doesn't matter that much. It's a good thing it doesn't matter that much. Of course, I wouldn't have taken the greedy shot if it did. Alright, crit, so that's going to be 6 spinfection. Nope. Oh. Oh, and he's at 2 health, so like I could do like 1,000,000,000 damage and it really wouldn't matter. Unless I get a bomb, but I doubt I'm getting a bomb here. Well, I activated the bomb, that's good. Yeah, these black and gray pegs are bombs. Not really the one to see about those. Best I can do is try and detonate one for you. But then, you know, nobody has the bomb. Unfortunately, bombs are nerfed at this difficulty level as well. Well, I got the bomb. By default, they do 10 more damage, but because I'm in such a high difficulty, they do 40. Yeah, I misjudged that. Dang it. I just gotta do 10 damage. Oh, that was my last orb. Dang, I'm low already. Let's see. Extraordinary. Weak crit damage that cannot be modified. Effects that apply plus X plus Y. Instead provide plus X plus 3Y slash plus 0. Okay, so if you're not going for a crit build, this is good. But if you are at all using crits in your build, this is not good. Elusical. Every 9 pegs hit, gain 5 Belusion. Gain 3 Belusion for every 1 gold collected. Not that good, frankly. Ballad. Gain 1 Spiness after attacking. Spiness makes your crits better. Rub Orb. It's bouncy. Yeah, I'm gonna save my money. Actually, hold on. Okay, I'm going to spend some money to heal because I'm low and I'm going into a mini-boss soon. And it still gives me enough gold for the shop. Okay, I am almost certainly taking this because every attack applies to infection with this. The first peg hit by each orb gets upgraded plus 10. That's what it's always been. Pegboards start with plus 3 bombs. This one ruins slides. On paper it sounds great, but it almost always ends up getting in my way. Attacks apply plus 1 or spinfection 1 to enemies. That's amazing. I wonder if they changed Big Fish, because I never end up using it. Orbs that are larger than the standard orb size deal damage equal to the number of owned large orbs to the targeted enemy for each peg hit. Pretty sure that's what it's always been. Whenever bulwark is or whatever shield, whatever it's called, fortification, I think actually, I don't know, is destroyed, gain 4 bulwark. You know, just for the sake of chat interaction, I really would take it if it weren't for this just being so much better of an option for what I'm doing. Like, my whole build is Spinfection, and this is one of the best Spinfection relics. No, it's supposed to be a pun on orb and fortification. I think that was a thing in this game, at least. So I'm trying to go right to get to this mini-boss. But I'll have to go through this fight on the way. I could understand where you would mishear that one, though. Yeah, like I said, this game is mostly puns. We have the Dagorb, the Terra Ball, the Pet Ball, Spinfectious Sting that applies Spinfection. Yeah, I'm going to rack up a lot of Spinfection for unlocking the Spinfection character this run. Assuming it lasts decently. Bombs are great. I would have rather saved them for a while, wait for more enemies to show up on the board, but bombs are great. Okay, I gotta do 22 damage. Or we could just kill it outright. That works too. Not sure why I used the Terra Ball there when I could have discarded it, but I guess this way I get to apply a Spinfection without having to reload as soon. So I'm aiming for... No, I want to kill this thing outright. It looks like I will. If I had waited for this Spinfection to do it in, it would have gotten one more attack on me. Oh, his life steal saved him. Okay, Bold Orb. It's big, it only hits enemies on the ground, and attack pierces all enemies. Yeah, that hasn't changed. Swashbuckle Orb. Each gold collected from hit pegs immediately deals 1 times this orb's damage to the targeted enemy. Can target any enemy. Best Foot Forward. The first peg hit is upgraded plus 10, can target any enemy, and Swoltorb upgrades each peg hit plus 2 damage. I think that used to be plus 1 damage. I think they buffed that. I could be wrong about that, though. Okay, that is a pretty big upgrade. Oh, but there's a shop in the next... But, oh, wait, no, I'm not going to the shop. I'm going to the mini-boss. Okay, I'll upgrade this. Mini bosses will give you a free relic after you beat them. That's why I prioritize them. In the forest, I like about half of the mini bosses, and I dislike about half of them. So this is one of the ones I like. Actually, for this build, this is a very good matchup. Oh well. So basically, the mother slime, or whatever it's called, will spawn in more slimes. But whatever status effect it has, the new baby slimes will also have that status effect. So if I just stack a ton of Spinfection on this thing, the babies will die instantly. Like, I don't even really have to try in this fight. Like, I'm basically just going to spawn camp them. The mother can't actually attack outright, and these things will never reach me because they'll just have so much poison upon birth. I guess really what I should do is focus on getting all the gold out of the level. You know, that's not how I would have worded it, but it's not entirely inaccurate. And yeah, I'm just maintaining this Spinfection level. Okay, now I'll reload, so I won't be able to quite maintain the Spinfection, but I'll get my Spinfection Sting back. Oh. Okay, this thing, if I kill it, will spread gold throughout the map, so I want to kill it. Well, even if I don't kill it, I just do a lot of damage. It'll still spread gold. Unfortunately, I've used up most of the bombs. Oh, the mother slime's already dead. That was fast. I guess maintaining that level of Spinfection would do a lot of damage. That makes sense. I think this is the easiest run against this mini-boss I've ever had. Because yeah, status effects are really OP against it. Ooh, another one. Yeah, I'm gonna take this because I just want to weight my build towards dealing poison as often as possible. Let's see, when applying positive status effects to yourself, increase the amount applied by 1. I really wish this was the counterpart relic, which was the same thing, but for when applying negative effects against enemies. The board will contain 2 additional crits. I like that. And then applies healing slime to every 35 pegs hit, which makes the peg durable and heals 1 when activated. I'm going for this one because I'm not really doing any positive effects. I'm only really focusing on this negative effect on enemies. And I deal more Spinfection with the Spinfection Sting when I get a crit. So being able to apply crits easier, I'll take that. Oh good, I really don't care which of these I get, so I can just focus on harvesting as much gold as possible. That was disappointing. Oh well. At the start of battle, gain 1 musical, so all my crits do more, or all my non-crits do more damage. Or you are immune to attack damage while reloading. I'm really not doing a lot of... Like, I'm doing a crit build, so this isn't that helpful. This isn't that great, because I'm taking a lot of orbs, but it's better than nothing. And then I want to go right for another relic, and then hard left until I get to the mini-boss. Bombs detonate in a single hit, or all attacks gain +1/+0. So, better non-crit damage. I'm gonna take short fuse. Actually, now that I think about it, there is a relic that makes it so that bombs apply Spinfaction. You know, it's a good thing that I ended up going left just by luck. I didn't realize there was anywhere I cared about. Well, I realized I had just forgotten. Okay, I am going to discard the pebble, and go into fast forward mode, and try and hit this crit. And fail. Maybe. Yes. Okay, fast forward it again. Fail again. I'm not good at this map. I'm just gonna fire blindly into it. Sure, why not? Gonna fire at the back because it's getting close, and I don't want it close. Okay, I've practically won at this point. Yeah, it's dead. Signal Boost Orb. I'm not using any of those effects. Basically, if you do any of the effects that boost your Peg's base damage, you get more of it, but I don't have any of that. Cleave Orb. Each crit trigger causes this orb to pierce an additional enemy. I'm going to think about that one. That might be good because I apply Spinfaction to everything I hit. Dag Orb, weak regular damage, massive crit damage. And Inferno Orb, lighter than other orbs, detonates bombs in a single hit, destroys the shield orbs, whatever, or pegs, whatever they're called, in one hit, deals 2 self-damage when fired. Yeah, so because I have multiple crits on every board, I could potentially, like, pierce and hit, like, and apply Spinfaction to 4 targets in one shot. That does... It runs the risk of the build getting a little overcomplicated, but if I get that relic that lets Spinfaction build up instead of break down, this will be very good, because then I can just, like, pierce the Spinfaction deeper into enemy lines. Do it? Okay, I will. I seem to have talked us both into it. And mini-boss. If the pegs would let me through, please. Okay, I'm not the biggest fan of this mini-boss. However, it could be interesting with this build. We'll see. It's a strong opener at the very least. I mean, I got the first one basically down to half health. Dang it. At least it should get down to this crit here and, ooh, double crit. So it'll hit all of them. You know, it's not what I was aiming for, but it'll work. That was 100 spinfection damage. I wonder if they nerfed this fight. I think they've always had 300 health, but that felt way too easy. Ooh, another one. I do already have a level 1 though. I'll grab it anyway. Okay, refreshive. Whenever an enemy is defeated, refresh the board. Philosopher's Stone. Create 2 gold whenever the board is refreshed. And clear the way, attacks apply 3 transparency to enemies. So now I can just pierce everything. This is also, like, everything I was saying about that orb, but now I can do it with, like, every shot. Sort of. I have to build it up a little bit over time. It'll make more sense in practice. Oh, this is a new event. I've never seen this one. As you continue on your path, you nearly trip into a lone rainbow slime. Expecting a battle, you begin to ready your defenses when the slime starts to speak to you. That's new. This is something to try and read. Wait. I'm by myself, and I'm completely out of coins. Maybe we can help each other out instead of fighting? Yes, remove an orb. I have a terror ball. Also, he's kind of cute. Thank you. I've got to go catch up to my friends. Goodbye. Oh, that's cute. Okay. I'll farm coins. Or at least I will attempt to farm coins. I will not get a single coin. So yeah, this mole boss, he's got this tree in front of him. The tanks hits for him. He will dig under the ground and come and smack me. He will also summon flowers that will shoot projectiles and also move up here and tank hits. Also, he gets random strength buffs, I think, when I attack the tree, but not always when I attack the tree. I'm really confused about it, but like I've never bothered to look it up. Like, see, I attacked the tree, and now he's got musical 1. Oh yeah, I'm going to just absolutely annihilate him with Spinfection. I might even kill the tree. I never killed the tree. You don't have to kill the tree for the fight, so it usually ends up tanking everything, and the mole dies first. But yeah, this transparency, so 30% of the damage goes through him, hits here, and then this was a 6, so 60% of the damage would go through. And these numbers can go over 10, and when they go over 10, they start doing 110, 120% of the damage. So they end up making the attack stronger as it goes through enemy lines, which is really fun once you get it built up. Yeah, I just want to spread it around as much as possible. Apply Spinfection to everything. And yeah, just hope I don't die before the next Spinfection proc. I think we might have his proper Spinfection run. These are rare. I mean, I did come into this stream gunning for it, but Right. At this difficulty, I don't get full healing. Um, I don't have any way to heal myself. As much as I want to upgrade some orbs, I'm going to focus on healing. All right. Gift that keeps on giving. It's Peglin. What do you think? Yes, someone said puns. All pegs have durable. That's kind of a double-edged sword. All of these are double-edged swords, though. That's just kind of how the boss relics are. You did summon him. Viridian Trinket. Gravity is reversed, but ceiling bounce is massively increased, and orbs pass through pegs while traveling downwards. That one's just kind of weird. Haglin Satchel. When taken, 2 rare orbs are added to your deck. Orbs are randomly upgraded 3 times, and 100 gold is required. Attacks deal double damage, but every peg activated gets downgraded -3. I'm not doing anything that downgraded pegs are good for. I'm just going to take the money. It used to be that you didn't get plus 50 gold if you chose to skip, but like all of those orbs are designed to be trade-offs, and I would end up just taking literally nothing over any of them. So I'm glad that they changed it to be, okay, if you don't want any of these, you'll just get 50 gold. I mean, that's the price of a relic in the shop. That's going to be an actually, like, all-around good relic. Like, there's no drawback on it. And you get a wider selection. You just have to get to a shop. Okay, I really like this particular map. The game already made that pun. Oh no, I missed. It probably would have been, but I could have gotten pegs that, like, I just really wouldn't want. And I've made the mistake of getting attached to this run. I want to see it win. And at this health, I'm not particularly optimistic about that, but, like, I didn't want to gamble with it. So yeah, these big pegs, they're just really bouncy. They never go away. I'm sure it's a matter of an opinion, but I find their sound effect to be extremely satisfying. Do, 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 do. That's gonna do a decent amount of damage. So yeah, this enemy will take 100% of whatever the damage is on this hit. This enemy will take 120% because the transparency. Like, it doesn't cap out at 100%, which makes me love it, and it's one of my favorite status effects in the game. You know what? I should have just discarded this and gone for more poison. Oh well. Or spinfection, excuse me. Balm. Applies healing slime to every 10 hit. Healing slime heals 1 when activated, can only be used once per battle. Splatorb applies rubber slime to every 5 hit. Rubber slime makes pegs durable and extra bouncy. Neither of those are really what I'm looking for. Okay, there is a shop coming up. I am going to want to go this way. Oh, it's Demon Wool. Good to know. Demon Wool should not be a problem for this build. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to upgrade and heal. This is awkward and not the most reliable healing. That's why I'm not going for it. I'd rather save my money and hope I find like a Docked Orb or something. Docked Orb is my favorite healing in the game. Exactly. Like I might actually be able to do the whole 40 spinfection against him because he has a ton of health. Yeah, gold heal. Yeah, if I can get to Demon Wall, there's a chance I might finally do it. I think that the achievement for doing it is, I think it is the most common achievement according to Steam that I don't have for this game. So I wanted to go right. Yes. I really like that your navigation is also a pachinko game. It feels so natural in this game. It's a really fun design decision. Okay, I am assuming they didn't change this event. It would be really funny if they did, and I just don't get what I'm trying to get. Um, but this makes it so that if I go for this, the relic I get from it, every time I get a new orb, I think it's 4 damage. But the orb is upgraded to 1 level. So obviously, if it's already max level, then it doesn't apply because there's no upgrade. This one, if I discard an orb and then for the rest of that encounter and only that encounter, it's upgraded by 1 level. And then obviously use the Forge minus 4 HP, upgrade random orb. And then I think at a certain point, like, you have to like pay to get out of that, and you can just loop it, but it sucks you in, and you end up using more resources than you think you will, whereas this is just good. Yeah, whenever an upgradable orb is added to your deck, upgrade it and take 6 damage. You manage to slide your satchel over the forge, and it disappears into the void. You're not sure why you thought this would work, but you're glad you tried it. That is such a D&D party idea. And the fact that it works is also very D&D. Oh, mirrors. Okay. So, every peg is tied to the peg on the opposite side. So, like, this one here is tied to this one. If I hit either of them, then it's like I hit both of them. Additionally, the mirrors, if I don't kill them with a projectile, they will bounce the damage back at me. They'll take the damage, but they'll also bounce it back at me. So, I want to try and one-shot them whenever possible. Oh, you know what? I should have fired that pebble, applied the transparency, and applied spinfection to this one as well. Oh well. They also take double damage. They're as scary as they look, they're really not that bad. All those crits, and I didn't hit a single one. Not sure why that missed, but I'm not going to complain. I wonder if the transparency is interfering with it somehow? I don't know. I'm just spitballing. Yeah, the mirrors are satisfying because, like, you like, oh, I'm doing all this damage on this side, and you look over here, and it's like, oh, right, I'm doing all that damage over there, too. Nosferatu. Heals you and damages targeted enemy for 1 times amount healed. Deals 15 unblockable self-damage when fired. Self-damage increases by 7 this battle. I'm not sure what that last clause means. Is it like it just gets worse every battle? Or... Oh, no, every time you use it in a given battle, the self-damage gets worse. I see. Pebble, Nothing special about that. Splator, already looked at that. Ballad, we've already looked at that. I have 83 gold at the moment. I'm going into a shop. So I can afford to upgrade one orb, but I think I'm going to hold on to my gold. Interfering with it. I like that one. You know, Kevin, you should really apply to work at the studio that made this game. I mean, your puns alone, I think they make you overqualified. But yeah, I'm going to hold on to my gold going into the shop in case there's a cheaper relic that I want. And then I can maybe get 2 relics, hopefully. I mean, when I first started playing this game, I'm like, playing this game feels like talking to Kevin. The first time each battle that you would evade an attack, gain 100 Volusion. That is new, and I like it. I don't think I have anything that gives me reason to be evading, but I was evading in that last fight for whatever reason. I'm gonna come back to that one. I'm gonna consider it. Every gold collected during navigation is worth 4. Haglin's Hat. Heal 15% of your max health for every 100 collected. 100 gold. An apple a day increases your max health by 15. Eye of Turtle. Orb and relic battle rewards contain an additional option to choose from. I mean, this is at least some healing. It's not great healing, but it's something. Additional max health doesn't matter as much in this difficulty because, at least on the lower difficulties, at the end of every area, you get fully healed. Here, you only get healed by like half your max HP, I think it is. So this would increase the amount of end of level healing, or end of area healing. I just think this would be slightly more useful, more consistent. I mean, if I could compare these, then assuming that the ×4 applied to this, then that would be a pretty decent synergy. Chain reaction, the first time each battle that you evade an attack, gain 100 Volusion. I really like this, but I also have no reason to go for it this run. I'm going to go for Haglin's Hat. Just healing for 15% of your max HP is the same thing as getting plus 15 max HP. The added health is just delayed. Oh, no, 5-0, not 1-5. I mean, end of level healing is 15%, yes, but I have to pay for that. Actually, the fact that it's 15% of max health. Oh, this is 15%. I see. Never mind. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I'm going to take this because I think this has more chances to proc. I could be wrong about that, but like that's just what my brain is saying. You can pay to upgrade your max HP later, but you need like a specific relic for it. And now we're going straight into a mini-boss. Okay, this guy starts in like this mode with this map. But he will change modes into another mirror fight. Nice. Yeah, I want to deal as much damage right now as I can because it won't bounce back at me. And yeah, the whole pegboard shifted. Yeah, I think at the end of the day, like, it didn't really matter which I picked. They were roughly the same. Oh. But no, that's good. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking that too, Kevin. That, like, if there's a pierce, then it doesn't reflect. Oh. Yeah, but I have a limited amount of money. But yeah, if I get all the money from using this, sure. But then I can't go back to the shop. Does anybody know why all these new temporary refreshes are popping up? I don't think I have an relic for it. I mean, I have this one that moves it, but I don't think I have the one that makes it so that anytime they move, a new one uh, takes its place. Yeah, he's polite like that. It got him killed. Go for the Ice Circle. Regular attack pierces one enemy on crit, pierces all. Or pierces first peg, applies 2 darkness on hit. Enemies with darkness X have an X% chance to miss when attacking. Okay, if I had taken that other thing, that would have been moderately useful. Critable, every attack has a crit. Convert every 8 pegs hit to temporary crit pegs. Doesn't activate crit pegs when hit. Laser Orb fires with huge force, only hits refresh, crit, and bomb pegs only and pierces through all others. Extra bouncy, low gravity. Bucklore gain 2 ball work. We've already been through this one. Um. Okay, there is a shop in this area left, but I don't think I'm going to go this way when I could just go here and then get... Like, I could get 3 chests in a row. Um, so yeah, I'm not going to worry too much about saving my money. In fact, I think I'm just going to heal and upgrade. Let's see. Every shot is a crit when fired from below 50% health. Pegboards start with twice as many bombs. Pegs have a 5% chance to refresh into bombs. So we've got bomb, and the bomb of these 3. I think this is the best one because auto crit, I'll take it. Anything that has bombs refreshing pegs, um, I don't like unless I'm going for a dedicated bomb build. That's different. Welcome in, Anzio. Bombs just do damage to all the enemies. They deal 40 damage a pop. A pretty knife relic. I see what you did there. Um, but like with these ones that they refresh, like you've seen already where there's pegboards where there's like the kind of squared off pegs and they are like a wall in each other, and the orb can just roll along them, what'll happen is the bomb will replace one of those squared off ones, and suddenly this nice slide just has this huge bump in it, and the orb just goes flying off of it, and you don't get that nice slide. So that's why I'm gonna go with this. Okay, it doesn't matter what happens as long as I don't go in the fire. I'm going to try to go for that question mark on the left. It ultimately doesn't matter that much, but I mean, I might get something good out of it. And I can still get to all the same places from there. That's what the bombs do. Oh, actually, you know what? These guys are pretty weak. I should be focusing on these, especially because I can just start applying transparency to everything. I say all that, and now I realize I forgot to retarget. Also, what are these? I don't recognize these new pegs. I'm guessing they're an update thing. Retarget, don't forget. I don't remember these paintings being on this encounter, but they seem... Yeah, that's what I'm guessing. So, those paintings... One of the bosses that you can get in this area keeps summoning a bunch of those paintings. And when you kill the paintings, you take poison damage. I'm guessing they reworked the paintings so that instead they just put poison on the board. Maybe when they die? I wasn't paying that much attention. So yeah, now he has transparency only on his shield, so now his shield will go into him. Some of the damage will go through his shield and into him, which is nice. It's nice. I've never seen that happen before. The orb just disappeared. Don't go down there. Got it. Yeah, I'm guessing if I destroy these, I get poisoned. Okay, yeah. If I killed it and then it appeared, then yeah, it's... You don't really want to kill the paintings, but then the paintings also turn the pegs into these dark gray ones. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That what Kevin said. They're sucking the color out of the pegs, and with each one, their picture gets a little more filled out. So basically, once it gets completely filled out, they're more dangerous. But like these darkened out pegs, you don't bounce off of them very well. They won't go away, so they can block things. Like, it's kind of a catch-22. Like, you want to destroy them, but you also don't want to destroy them because then you get poisoned. What the heck? Okay, yeah. I'm really glad that they changed how the paintings work, because they were one of my least favorite enemies in the game. I will need to see how this change works out in practice. I'm not crazy about this, but like, I think they were always capable of that. I just don't think they were on this map before. And the map the only map, I think they were only on one map before, and it wasn't something that would really happen on that map. There we go. Transparency is a beautiful thing. So yeah, I want to get into these bombs so I can attack this painting without bothering with everything else. Okay. Now that he's on his own, he's really not a threat. So yes, I only do 12 damage, but then he takes infection damage. I don't have enough money to do anything. I'm broke. Yeah, so let's see. Yeah, I wanted to go left. Like the plan is to kind of zigzag, like left, and then it doesn't matter which way I go, preferably right though, and then left, and then go down. I only say preferably right so that if I do make a mistake, I go down the mini boss path instead of the shop path with no money. True, they're extra broke. They're literally broke. Okay, so for this one, I'm locked on to targeting this one. Hopefully my transparency will kind of overwrite that problem, though. As always, my objective is just spread as much infection as I can. Doesn't help anything that they all have so much range. The more infection I apply early, the better. That's why I discarded the dagger. I'm getting a little nervous about this run. Like, I'm putting up a good fight, but my health is getting low. All right. Let's see. Oh, right. That was the... Ah, haha. I'm just gonna go into this mystery one. Nothing bad'll happen. Gets into a fight. Let's see. I'm tempted to go for this. I mean, it's cheaper than buying another Spinfactious thing and then upgrading it. You're right, it will damage me. And it'll go straight to level 3. The next boss is the Demon Wall. Like, I don't actually have to fight anything from here on out. For this area, at least. Uh, Actually, yeah, because of the whole Demon Wall plan, I really want this. Because it will apply it more efficiently. So yeah, I'm going right. If I do mess up here, then it's really going to bite me in the butt because I have to fight a mini-boss at my lower health. But also it's a chest. The board is almost impossible to mess up. Unless you're, like, deliberately taking risks. Attacks gain -1/+1 for every crit on the board. No thank you. Whenever a crit is triggered, gain 10 Belusion. I'll take it. Why not? Like, ooh, I could go here, or I could go here. Like, I'm not going to mess this up. And then it's just straight shot to the boss. Bombs activate nearby pegs when detonated, and bombs deal +10 damage. Well, one way or another, I'm getting a bomb upgrade. I'm going for this one because it makes it easier to get the extra relic from the bomb board here. So like if I blow up all of these bombs, I get an extra relic. And because they're already at, like, primed. See? Intentional oboe is really good. Whenever you lose health, reduce the amount lost by 1. Or, let's see. Light shaft potion. Activated refresh also triggers a crit. I'm taking the oboe. And then, obviously, there's no bombs, because then I could just farm it infinitely. And then I got another one. And I can do the exact same thing. Bad cheese. Whenever you reload, deal 20 times the number of reloads damage to all enemies. So this one, paired with Round Guard, you are immune to attack damage while reloading. If you have those two and no pegs, except for when you're fighting the Demon Wall, you can kill... Like, you're unkillable. The Demon Wall doesn't care about damaging you. He just eats you whole and you just die if he reaches you. And I have too many pegs to realistically get rid of all of them. But, like, it is one of the most OP combos in the game. And then refresh shield. Whenever you reload, refresh the board. Okay, so this is a reload one. And I'm not reloading a lot because all of this. Refreshing the board isn't a problem, so I'm going to take this. Like, neither of them are realistically going to come up, at least not much. Oh. I guess you can only do it once per run. Well, yeah, the Demon Wall's also a problem, but, like, what I meant when I was saying that is realistically, like, oh, maybe I'll work towards it throughout the third area. I'm kind of sad that I can't just chain this. I don't know if it's like once per run or once per area, but it is capped out. Yeah, unfortunately he's got these bodyguards at first, so I can't really directly target him yet. I will be able to very soon, though, because of transparency. At least for the purposes of Spinfection. Yeah, like, I'm not exactly sure how this is going to go, but I don't think this is going to last very long. Okay, he's already got, well, 9. Okay. Oh, right, and an auto crit, so I don't even have to aim for the crits. Chad, I think I'm going to do it. Which is really funny, because this is literally the first run since they added another option to unlock the character. Honestly, I don't care if I die so long as I get this done. So, like, I'm kind of throwing. For the sake of just dealing more Spinfection. Like, if I get him up to 40 Spinfection, like, he's not going to live anyway. Yeah, go for the goal, you're right. Let's see, this is going to apply 10 Spinfection. We're over halfway. Discard. 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 I'm gonna do it. Like, not with this one, but with the next one. Yeah, he's at 39. He's one short. Well, two short now, but... Now, my concern is, am I going to survive this? I think I'm okay. Let's go. Let's see. I have over 85 hours in this game, and I finally did it. I've been trying to do that for most of that time because I wanted to unlock the character. Okay, at this point, I'm actually trying to go for the refresh because I need to start actually damaging him. I don't know how close he can get before he just kills me. Chad, I think I'm cooked. But, I mean, on the bright side, even if I die, I get to play a run with the new character. Yeah. Yeah, that's what did me in, was I was just too focused on doing this infection and got cocky. Like, I was attached to that run, but, like, I'm far more excited about getting the new character and having all the characters, because now I can actually do the Act 4 content. I just need to win a run with whatever the new character's called. There he is, chat. A Roundrel. The Roundrel survives through cunning, treachery, and luck. Yeah, that's how this game works. Dispatching foes with orbs and relics that rely on well-placed crits and strategic status effects. So basically a rogue. Roundreliquence. Attacks apply a random debuff to the enemy. This is going to be chaotic. So yeah, some notable things, because I'm losing all of the difficulty options because it's a new class. Bombs do 50 damage instead of 40 now. I get more healing at the end of every area. Just things are just generally easier. So let's see. Orbit Story is really good early on. Every 4 question mark nodes you visited will be a chest, and the chance for rare relics to appear in chests is increased by 50%. Froggo Amulet, gain 3 max health whenever an orb is added to your deck, or whenever you refresh yield. Whenever you load, refresh the board. Yeah, I'm going for Orbit Story. Oh. Yeah, so each class has a, like, special starting orb. I've literally never seen this orb. I don't think you can get it with the other classes. Evasive Maneuver Orb. Gain 12 Billusion after attacking. On crit, gain double the Billusion. Can target any enemy. It really is just rogue. This is going to be a repeat of last stream where I just keep like going, oh, this is so easy. Bombs do 50 damage. Oh, this is so easy. That bad thing didn't happen. It's been so long since I reached the difficulty level where bombs started doing 40 damage that it just feels unnatural that they do 50. Oh yeah, the enemies have less health down here too. Like, there's so many little changes that just all make the game easier, and it's just like it's, I don't really notice a lot of them, like, explicitly. It's just like, this feels easier. Like, kind of like how I would imagine it would be to, like, walk on another planet that has, like, 2/3 the gravity of Earth or something like that. Just, I'm not even trying, and I'm, like, bouncing, you know? Like, it's just, it's kind of unsettling, but, like, also in a good way. I mean, it's kind of nice to be able to learn the new character in a lower stakes setting, but on the other hand, it's like, I do really like the idea of a class that's focused on Belusion. Like, I don't know if it was on stream, but I know, like, Kevin and I, we've, like, talked about, like, Belusion being, it's not consistent enough because it's just a percent chance. And so what Belusion does, okay, good to come up. Belusion X provides X% chance to avoid an incoming attack. Belusion is halved after an attack is avoided. So, like, if you have 100%, Belusion 100, then yeah, you're not going to get hit. But then now all of a sudden you have Belusion 50, and now it's just a coin flip if you get hit. And, you know, even if you do manage to dodge, now it's a 25% chance. And this is a game that really rewards consistency. I'm going to hold on to my gold. Again, lower difficulty gold is more common, but I don't really feel the need to upgrade anything right now. Honestly, either or. I'm superstitious that mini bosses give better relics than chests, but I don't know that for a fact. But like this way I can get like if I want to get this chest and one of these things, it has to be the mini boss. If I want to go for the shop instead, then I can go for either. Yeah, that's true. Just get lucky, of course. I don't like chaining shops because it's, in all likelihood I will have spent all of my money here, or I might get here and see like, oh, there's some things that I kind of like, but like I'm gonna save my money in case there's something I really like here. Um, well, okay, one way or another, I'm turning right here. I can make a decision later. Hey, the Belusion saved me. The Belusion did not save me again. I did not learn from my mistakes. It did say something about cunning. You find a forge hot and ready to smelt. Oh, it's just this one again. Yeah, I will take that. Which way do I want to go? I kind of have to make up my mind, and I'm worried that the pegboard will make my mind up for me. Okay, I think right is just objectively the better way to go. I know I said right and then shot left, but that's because in my experience, shooting left tends to get you right for that specific board. But also, it only seems to do it when you want to go left. So, it's just like it reads my mind and just always sends me wherever I don't want to go. Yeah, just random effect every single time is taking some getting used to. I was really confused when he got Brambled there. Oh yeah, at this difficulty, by default, there's 2 refreshes and 2 crits on every board. Oh right, it's still targeting that one. So Bramball is kind of like Spinfection, except for it makes it so they can't move, and anything that passes through them takes damage. I was going for the bomb, it would have just wiped out both of them, but I'm not in any danger at this point. Spinfectious Sting, I don't really need to focus on that one anymore, which is a weird feeling. So, okay, let's see. What do we have? I want to see how this one upgrades. Okay, so the damage gets upgraded, especially the crit damage. And the Belusion also gets upgraded, but the double never changes. Because of... let's see here. I can still go this way, actually. I am not locked out of that path. It is a lot of Belusion. Especially if I'm getting it often. So, my thinking here is I am going to go for the double shops, so I kind of want to focus on saving my gold, but I think I'm going to upgrade my evasive maneuver once. Just to kind of give myself more of a fighting chance in any combats, because there are a lot of combats coming up. But like that should also make it so that I can make the gold back anyway. Okay. Gonna target the bat. I should have attacked one of the spiders. It would have one-shot him. That's true. Although, you know, so the bad cheese is the thing that does the damage in that build, and then the round circle or whatever it's called, that's the one that keeps you from taking damage. The thing that, like, it being your only orb would replace is the not having any orbs, because you could just discard it every time. It is a very funny strat. I have pulled it off, I think, exactly once. Maybe twice? But yeah, or you just kind of get to this point where it's like, nothing can hurt me. I'm just going to sit here. I mean, like, it's very funny. It's also very boring, because then you just have to sit through the rest of the game and wait for it to beat itself. I should have attacked something else. Oops. Like, don't get me wrong. If I get the chance, I'm going for it because it's funny and, like, it would make for decent content. But, like, it would also be with the caveat of I would be, like, mashing through everything as fast as I could before it got boring for viewers. Yeah, I guess Spolution is a lot better when it's a... I'm just gonna, like, almost always have at least some of it. And it's just going to cut off a certain percentage of the damage I'm going to take. When it's an all or nothing thing, it's not as good. Not to be confused with all orb nothing, which is an orb in this game. Also, I know I've been live for like an hour and a half now, and might be a bit late to ask, but audio's coming through all right, right? I mean, obviously you're responding things, but is the game audio fine? Cool. Let's see, where am I? Yeah, I am going to just go into this mini-boss. Yeah, I always enjoy Peglin streams. Peglin streams are a lot of fun. They're just a lot more chill than every other game I stream. I could see you just listening to the Peglin soundtrack. Sounds like it seems like music you enjoy, or would enjoy. Also, this is my favorite mini-boss in the entire game. Minnie the Minotaur. Who is also a mini-boss. Because they can't help themselves, and everything is a pun. So yeah, when she reaches you, she takes one turn to lift up her axe, and then another one to her next turn she'll attack. A Deltarune boss you beat today. Ah. Because you said beat, I'm assuming it's not the one that we were just texting about before stream. I would be very impressed if you'd already managed to beat that. So yeah, I'm going to hold on to my gold. Continue. Okay, attacks gain +2, +0 for every crit on the board. So basically, if you don't crit, you're doing better. The ties that bind. When applying Tangled to an enemy, apply 10 Darkness. When applying Darkness to a non-Tangled enemy, apply Tangled 1. Oh, interesting. They changed Brambled to be called Tangled. This might actually work really well because I'm randomly applying status effects. So if I randomly apply one status effect, I'll also apply the other one. I'll take that. It's not normally a relic I really go for, but if it works, it works. I'm going non-committal right. Because, like, I could still go right if I messed up, but this way I got money. Oh, hey, Mark. My random effect relic? Attacks apply a random debuff to the enemy. So I don't have any control over which one it is. It is just random. But there's always something. So if I happen to get one of those two specific things, which I have been, I just get more bang for my buck. Let's see. So let's see. Detonated. Bombs detonated while navigating provide 5 gold. House of Slime, walls and bottom bouncers are extra bouncy. Alright. Redouble it. Whenever you evade an attack, convert 2 pegs into temporary crits. Okay, that's actually pretty good now because I have Belusion like all the time. Good question. Attacks apply a random debuff to the enemy. I think it would. So you're right. Getting a pierce would be very nice right now. It's all coming together. Let's see here. Post-battle healing is increased by 1% for each orb in your deck. Increase max health by 15. I'm getting this one way or another, if for no other reason than the meme. Heal 1 every time the board is refreshed. Maybe. Special button. The board will contain 1 additional crit. See, thank you. Like, if I can just get rid of all 3 of these pebbles. Yeah, I'm getting Cookie. And then I'm paying to remove a pebble. That is a good way to look at it. Offsetting the forge. I'm not gonna lie, I completely forgot I had the forge. So the build today, so we already did 1 run. I died to the demon wall, but it's fine because I finally got the achievement for applying 40 spinfection poison to an enemy at once. So I unlocked the effects build. So the build, I'm kind of going for the meme build where I just don't have any pegs and just can't be hit while I'm reloading, and so I just apply damage to everything without being able to be hit, and the only thing that can kill me is Demon Wool. I think technically there's a handful of other things that can theoretically kill me, but like I have to play stupid against them. But assuming that doesn't work, it's just throw random status effects at the enemy, and it's like there are no difficulty modifiers, so I'm going to win probably anyway. Like, the way I'm kind of looking at this is, what stupid way can I mess with the game? Oh, I want to go left here, actually. Which, because I bought things over here, there's a big hole over here, which I'm not a huge fan of right now. Okay. Yeah, I was playing stupid against Demon Wool because I, like, tunnel visioned on getting the achievement, because basically I need to win a run with all 4 classes, which this is the only class I haven't won with, to be able to access the Act 4 content that's part of this new update. Unicorn Horn. It's a Peggle reference! Your aimer is longer and displays an additional bounce. You know, it'd be fun to do just like a one-off Peggle stream one of these days. Like, oh, surprise, it's not Peglin, it's Peggle. Yeah, I don't have the relics to really do anything with this, so I'm just gonna focus on moving on to the shop. Oh wait, I have no money. Why am I going to the shop? This was not a good idea. I just wasted a space. I could have gone to a question mark. I mean, I guess this way I can avoid these combats and just move on that way. Oh, cool. Everything comes back to Spinfection tonight. Let's see here. You know what? Just for fun, I'm gonna go for the mini boss. I don't actually know if it's a different relic pool or not, or if it's a better one. But oh wow. Okay, so this event is not new, but like this art is new. That's gorgeous. They did a really good job on that. So basically, it's a um, ah. Thank you for letting me know. So basically, the waterfall. It's kind of a coin toss. Sometimes I'm just gonna go back there. There's gonna be like a relic there. I'll pick it up. I'll move on with my day. Everyone's happy. Sometimes I'll go back there. There may or may not be something there. I come back out. There's a monster, and I have to fight it. Every enemy starts with 3 exploitable. Basically, crits do extra damage. Good ending! Okay, I have very mixed feelings about this mini boss. But regardless, this part is very satisfying. He has 4 effects. Okay, I'm gonna start digging to get to these refreshes because they're pretty buried. Okay, so yeah, he took some bramble damage, or tangled damage. That's gonna take some getting used to. Come on, at least crit. Okay, good. Extra illusion. So this way I can damage spread. He's already got all this damage, and now I can focus on his buddy, and they can't... Because when they die, their corpses turn into cannons that just periodically go off. And, you know, now that I've said that sentence out loud, I realize how odd it sounds. Odd may not be the right word. Morbid, perhaps? Yeah, it is rude. Okay. Oh, I thought that third bomb was going to go off. They're still dead. I don't think I've ever killed both of them on the same turn. That was very satisfying for me. No, I don't want that. I'm thinking I'm going to upgrade this just because I can. Let's see. Bombs apply 2 darkness when damaging enemies. Darkness used to be called blindness, by the way. At least this way they get a circle pun with the arc part in there. Then refreshing punch. Refreshes activate nearby pegs when activated. I'm gonna go for this one. I can't, like, I don't have any evidence. It feels more consistent to me. Yeah, the what was it? Evasive maneuver is going to be decent in this one because the tree can't block my shots. What I like about this new refresh does splash damage relic is I always forget about it, and then it's a pleasant surprise when I just get a bunch of extra hits out of nowhere. That's both of the smaller plants dead as well. Oh, nice transparency. It is in fact a giant mole. It is a almost dead giant mole, to be more precise. It is a dead giant mole that is not quite dead yet, but it is inevitably dead. I can do it. Oh wait, no, I'm trying to get rid of orbs, not gain orbs. Targeted enemy is... You know, now that I think about it, I don't actually have the other orb that I need, or other relic I need for this to work. Okay, targeted enemy is dealt orb stat. I'm very confused at how Tender Cactus works. It's been explained to me before. It still confuses me. Um, like, I think at the end of the day, it's good as long as you don't have some modifier that's like, oh yeah, triple your damage at the end or something. Like, it deals damage throughout the attack. Matryoshka shell. Every shot gains +1 multi-ball, but created multi-balls are smaller than their source orbs, so they'll slip through cracks and stuff. It's fun. It's chaotic. It ends up biting you in the butt a lot of the time. Consuming Chalice. At start of battle, gain 5 spiness, but boards contain 1 less refresh. You know what? I'm really not sure what I want to do here, so I'm going to put it to a pull, briefly at least. Oh, right, there's the pull. Cactus, nesting doll. What does this one do again? At start of battle, I'll put this one on the poll, but I don't think this one will be very interesting. Chalice. 50 gold. So there's this one that I don't really understand. Thanks a lot, Mark. This one is fun and chaotic. This one is... it's kind of whatever. Either way, it's whatever. And then 50 gold is It's 50 gold. I would say, in my opinion, the gold is probably like the best one, but at this difficulty, I'm probably going to win anyway. So I really don't care. I'm just going to kind of cycle through showing their effects on screen for a bit. And then if there's no votes after a while, or it's a tie, I will be the tiebreaker. Looking up the cactus, that's probably a good idea. I'm going to take this as an opportunity to drink some water. It's not more damage per ball, but the idea is the multi balls can spread around and theoretically hit more pegs than you would have otherwise hit. Think of it more like a shotgun, whereas normal shots are more like a rifle or any more conventional bullet, I guess. Yeah, exactly. It activates more things. Like it doesn't actually change your damage potential. It just makes it slightly easier to hit it. Yeah, it probably would be good on slime build now that you mention it. I hadn't thought of that, but you're right. Anything where you want to hit just a ton of pegs. Actually, it would probably be good if you could pair it with Tender Cactus. I think because it does damage for every peg hit, but then the attack only does like a little bit of damage. Um, oh, can you not change your vote, Mark? Oh, okay. Well, I will just count one less cactus vote and one more nesting doll. Uh, sure. Just 1 second. The targeted enemy is dealt orb stat to the 1.25 power damage for every peg hit activated, but attacks deal only 2 plus bonus damage. Uh huh. Yeah, I know what you meant. Um, yeah, exactly. So, Mark, unless you say otherwise, I am counting your vote as nesting doll instead of cactus. So -1 cactus vote plus 1 nesting doll vote. Um, so yeah, one more cactus vote and I call it, or if it goes on for too long, I'll call it as cactus. Yeah, I think that's you get that a lot with big tech companies because probably one team implemented this poll system and the other one implemented the community tab poll system, and it just gets confusing. Yeah, okay. Let's go for Cactus, because this is a low stakes run anyway. I am ending the poll. 25% damage buff that lets you target a specific enemy. Then you add damage on top of it with a base row. I know that there are certain builds that it's just completely incompatible with, which is unfortunate. Like I've heard of people who like their run just died because they took it. Yeah, okay, so it's every time I hit, it takes 4 damage because it does 4 damage when it's not a crit. That is something to keep in mind. Is he takes more damage if I crit early. Yeah, like I never take this thing because I'm too scared of it, but now that I'm actually using it, it's like, oh, this is actually kind of fun. I find the sound effect satisfying as well. Yeah, he's not going to last long. So yeah, the end effect, or the end attack, it barely does any damage, but who cares, because it already did a ton of damage leading up to it. Okay, I don't really feel a need to upgrade orbs. I'm going to be trying to get rid of anyway. Ooh, that's actually a bit of a dilemma. So I can get 2 relics if I go this way, or I can get 2 shops. I think I'll be able to remove an orb there. I'm not sure how that works with, like, because I already removed 1 orb at a shop. I think I might not be able to do it again for the rest of the run. But there's a lot of question marks here, which gives me more chances to get an event where I'll lose an orb. Like, it feels weird not going for the mini boss and chest, but sure, I will upgrade an orb if it's completely free anyway. Hey, it's this one again. Oh, good to know that Sif works. Oh, right. Refreshes do that. I forgot that they do that. I had 1 job. Nice. He looks like he's just sweating every time he takes damage. Right, I don't want orbs. I want to get rid of orbs. I guess you have to play Civ now. Them's the rules, apparently. Um, okay, I want to go left because that's more events. Oh no. Just embrace the Civ. If your neighbors complain, invite them to play Civ. Additional reload? Because those are explosive, that's cool. It is unfortunate that it's only Civ 6. Um, right, this one. So I give it one of my orbs, and it upgrades the other one. I think. Cool, I got rid of another orb. So yeah, I just need to get rid of one more orb and get one specific relic. There are a lot of green circles here, but none of them are the one I wanted. Both of these are really good, though. No, so I can't take damage from navigation, and I heal for every peg activated while successfully navigating. And then Sprouting Investment, increase your health gold by 20% whenever entering a question mark node. I already have an incentive to enter question mark nodes, so, like, yes, please. Prices that scale up with each purchase remain fixed at their initial price. I think I'm going to take this over this because I want to continue removing orbs. Actually, no, I only need to remove one more orb. And then I can just discard for the rest of the game when I get to that point. So yeah, I'm going to take the navigation one. I'm going to remove my last pebble. So it is literally just this one last orb against the world. You know, I didn't really think this through. I'm really glad that the relic I'm looking for didn't show up here because I would have been sad because I wouldn't have been able to afford it. Actually, I would rather go right. Like, my thought process here is right, 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 and then down to the mini boss. As you walk along a darker corridor, a shiny gleam catches your eye. Your little Peglin hands dart out outside your control, and you instinctively shove it into your satchel. Aw, don't give me another orb. On further inspection, it appears you found an orb level 1. What is an orb level 1? Something is wrong with this orb. Is a pebble. Grants 120 gold when removed. Okay, so I want to remove it. It's actually... I can work with this because I already... What? What is this? Oh, okay. That's a new event. I've never seen that event before. Collected gold contributes to damage. Wonder how that works with cactus. Yeah, the game knows. That's it. I mean, hey, money, money. I should have targeted the chandeliers. Oh well. That's it. They have it out just for me. There's a dev in chat. They, like, hacked into my computer and updated the game while I was playing it. Okay, I'm not making the same mistake again. So if I kill the chandelier while the enemy is under it, it will fall on and kill the enemy. It's you? Congratulations, you've made a very good game. Well, okay, you're dead. You're not quite dead yet, but you will be. I know. I was also memeing. Why was it freaking out like that? It wasn't moving. Okay, I may as well upgrade it because I'll get the gold back and then some later. Alright, yeah, like, I'm not moving my mouse, it's just, like, freaking out. They did just have a major update. Bugs are to be expected. Oh, you know what? I think the orb has, like, a really unconventional shape to it, and that's why it's freaking out. Technically, I think patch day was, like, a week ago, but yeah, I think it's, like, rotating it. Because, like, I mean, look at the shape of it. It's not a circle. Okay, had to use my keyboard to aim that one. But this way I get the illusion, so it's worth it. You know, I've never thought about it before, but I'm guessing that this game is really accessible because there's, like, really good controller support. You can play with the mouse, you can play with arrow keys. Like, there are a lot of options for control. You know what? It says it's a pebble, so it probably works with Orbalisk. I hadn't thought of that. That's cool. Dude just ran up to me, got excited, and died. Oh hey, we've done this mini boss already tonight. Actually, the cactus hard counters the mirror now that I think about it. Because he can't bounce the damage back at me. Like he can bounce like 3 damage back at me. Oh no, 3 damage. Ooh, I dodged the 3 damage. Oops. I have so much Delusion that he just can't hit me anymore. At least not directly. Yeah, I'm just gonna move on. Whenever an enemy is defeated, refresh the board. Activated crits also refresh the board. I guess I'm refreshing the board. Sure. Yeah, the sandal's really good because it's just passive healing after each match, basically. Or every fight. Encounter, that's the word I'm looking for. So my strat here, basically this giant, like, ballista thing will fire, like, I think it's like every 3 turns or so. My strat is just generate as much Delusion as I can. Oh, you've never seen this one before? Huh. Okay, yeah, I'm at 88 evolution. He's not... He's probably not going to hit me. I don't want to be too definitive about that. And yeah, I can just melt him with crit damage. I'm not entirely sure what just killed those guys, but okay. I mean, the bombs just one-shot the minions. And yeah, I'm gonna get enough illusion to guaranteed dodge the ballista shot. Wish I got the crit earlier, but at the end of the day, I can't really complain. Yep, there we go. Okay, the magnet's funny. This one is also kind of funny. And this one just changes kind of how the bomb works and makes it into like high single target damage instead of wide ranging damage. Why not? I'm going to go for the magnet. So basically my orbs will be attracted to bombs and pegs, and they'll be especially attracted to refresh pegs and crit pegs. Act 3. So yeah, if I win this, I will be able to access Act 4, just not on this run. Like, I think I'll unlock something. Ah yes, transparency on the back enemy. That's very helpful. I suppose I want to focus on this guy because he's just closer and can hurt me. Or I could just kill both of them. That works too. The walls of this section of tunnel are reflective and fragmented, like a shattered mirror. You catch glimpses of various peglins holding out various orbs that are just beyond your grasp. Or are they? Okay, this is dangerous, but I could just copy the peglins and remove half my orbs. So it's a 50-50 shot which one I get to keep. Or I just get a random orb. I'm going for this one because it fits the build. If it blows up in my face, it blows up. You mimic the peglins by holding out an orb in both hands. Your mind is flooded with memories of holding out countless orbs countless times with other peglins reaching through the mirrors and accepting your offerings. Your mind is much heavier now, but your satchel is much lighter. Oh good, I kept the good one. And I got the 160 gold. So now I just really need that one relic. And there's a shop on the way that I can use to do it. Hopefully. Unfortunately, the crits were on the bottom. Wasn't too much I could do. So the unfortunate thing is now I have to reload every shot. I may have killed the run with that. That was not the brightest thing I've ever done. I'm not sure why everything's just randomly taking damage, but okay. Right, the cheese. I forgot about the cheese. You're absolutely right. But that's weird. I have so much gold I can afford to heal. Yeah, like, I don't exactly have the meme build that I was going for, but, like, it's darn close. I think I'm gonna die here. Maybe not. Okay, all orbs have Echo 10. That actually might help. Or bombs deal plus 20 damage. I'm going for the bombs. That's going to be more helpful. Yeah, the cheese is helping. The cheese is helping a lot. Aw, dang it. It's not here. Okay, so there's the Basalt Totem. That's the max HP. You can buy max HP. Orb and Relic Battle rewards contain an additional option. I'll consider this one. Bombs activate nearby pegs when detonated. Yes. Sand arrows. Attacks deal 4 darkness to enemies. This is a new one. I think it's part of the update. Weave of Fate. All Belusion you gain is doubled, but you lose twice as much Belusion when Belusion triggers. Okay, so you lose a lot, but you also gain a lot. I think in the end that what this ends up doing is it makes Belusion more consistent. Like if you have Belusion, you can rely on it. Yeah. I agree with both of you on that. So the final boss for this run is 4 bosses, um, which makes me more hesitant to take it. So I'm going to take Eye of Turtle, um, because that gives me more options to get the relic I want. Yeah, exactly. Um, and I have so much gold that I'm gonna get this. Hopefully that'll help me get the extra relic from chests. Um, and then I'm gonna get this because it pairs well. You know, not only am I more elusive, they're also less accurate. Unfortunately, I can't get to this mini boss over here. There's another shop. I think the shop is what I have to aim for. Oh, you're right. They become tangled too. Um, so yeah, I'm aiming for this shop. This is my best bet. Like the relic that I'm looking for, I don't think I've ever actually seen it outside of a shop. I may have, but like all of the concrete memories I have of finding it, I found it in shops. Doesn't super matter which way I go. Like they're kind of equivalent. They're both giving me the same options, so why not? Just for funsies, we're just gonna shoot random. You know, I never have. I think that whether I try or not, I get the same result, other than knowledge gained. Oh, this is gonna hurt. The red bombs hurt me too. Not as much as they hurt the enemy, but they do hurt me. It did. Oh, right. Because I'm killing them mid-shot, the new ones just show up as I'm doing damage to them. Like, they just walk in and just get punched in the face. Yeah, it's one of those things as a dev, like, it'd be really easy to, like, overlook. But I appreciate it when games do take the time to think through something like that. Yeah, the overkill hammer is kind of similar. I don't think the new enemies would come in for the overkill hammer, though. I think they only do for the cactus because of the way that the damage is being applied over time. But like in Gen 3 Pokemon with double battles, if you knock out the opponent's Pokemon with your first Pokemon, they have to send in their second Pokemon, or their new Pokemon, before your other Pokemon gets to attack. So like it's theoretically possible to win like a 6-on-6 match in like I think 2 turns, just because of that like little quirk of how the game works. Whereas in like later generations, it's oh yeah, your Pokemon you don't have to send in your next Pokemon until the turn is over. Uh, okay, so from here I'm going to go right, down, left. There's my opening. Well, I guess right, left, left. Every shot fired has a 2 times Ballusion% chance to trigger a crit. I think this is new. I guess I really wanted to buff Ballusion for this update. Oh wait, no, it's not an update thing. I think it's a class thing. Regardless, thank you. Okay, I need to go left here. As much as I would like to try to do the bomb thing. Mental Mantle. Immediately deal 1 damage to the targeted enemy for every 2 pegs activated. That pairs really well with the cactus. Like, it's just extra cactus damage, basically. Yeah, I really want to get to the shop. Oh, hey, it's the rainbow slime again. I'm just gonna ignore it. I don't want to remove an orb because if I don't get it, then I just don't have orbs and I'm just gonna die. I don't particularly want to fight it. I don't need the gold. I'm just gonna go. No, he's being friendly. I don't want to fight him. Dang it. Okay, let's see what we got. Heal 15% of your max health for every 100 gold collected. Not really. Don't need that. Gain 1 Ballusion for every negative status effect you apply to the end. Yes. Refilibuster. Whenever the board is refreshed, deal damage to all enemies equal to the number of pegs restored. Tactical Treat. Refreshes move every shot. When gaining max health, increase the amount gained by 1. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this because I really like this relic. I'm going to take this because it might be helpful. I don't really need this. Don't really expect this to be useful. At this point, I don't expect to be able to get... Yeah, I'm... Actually, there's 2 of them. Also, my relics have... I've got so many relics that it's gone off the screen. That's never happened before. Question orb, Reorbanizer. Shuffle crit and refresh every 6 pegs hit up to 10 times. When discarded, shuffle crit and refresh. Basically, I have no desire to take this because it will just, every time I think I have a good shot, it'll just scramble everything. Um, yeah, I'm kind of tempted to just have 3 evasive maneuver orbs at level 3 and just never get hit ever again. Like, I'm not getting the other relic at this point. Yeah, Forge will upgrade them. So I only have to pay to upgrade them once each. Yeah, the gold cost won't be a problem. Yeah, I've talked myself into it. I'm going for it. I have at least one combat where I'll be able to do it. Okay. I want to target this guy because he'll buff all the ones that pass him. Yeah, the magnet did some really interesting things to that trajectory. No, cheese does more damage per reload. So I'm actually nerfing the cheese, but I'm doing that so that I don't get hit as much. Because I can just spam extra illusion. And hopefully, at least in theory, just not get hit anymore. Like, I'm pivoting from the plan, but... like, it's a good pivot, because the plan wasn't actually going to work, because I didn't get the thing I needed for it. It costs more to upgrade twice after a single encounter, but money is no object. And the best part is I'll be at full health after this, too, because of the sandal. The super boots. Oh, this one's fun, especially with the magnet. Let's see, can I... Okay. That was very disappointing. I can leapfrog the bramble now that... because it automatically applies the blindness, and then it applies the... or tangled now. It really is. Oh. Gee, thanks, Aimer. But yeah, as long as I just remember to, like, continue, like, alternating my shots. There's nothing to do. There's no upgrades. There's no healing. Like there is just go. The walls of the corridor appear to be tearing, revealing worlds that look very similar to your own. The tears grow larger and larger as you progress, revealing countless monsters. Near the end of the corridor, you see a forest boss through a Peglin-sized tear. So basically, I get to go and style on a Area 1 boss with my new absurd Area 3 boss. Kit. Yeah, exactly. A lot of Peglin builds end up doing stuff like that, where it's, oh no, it's just over now. I mean, okay, I'll kill the tree first. Or at least I'll attempt to. The main boss doesn't exactly have much health left. What are you gonna do? Hit me? You can't. What just happened? I think I killed the tree first. Okay, yeah, I did kill the tree first. I have the YouTube broadcast on my other monitor, and I just looked over at it, and I saw the tree die. Well, I guess I'm ready. Let's see. Whenever an enemy spawns, gain 10 Belusion. Every gold collected triggers a crit. Attacks gain -1/+1 for every crit. It really was some typing. Chat, I feel like I have to. This is just the Belusion run. So fun fact, this is the first final boss of the game that I ever encountered. Okay, I'm gonna wait for the one with the crits to come back and aim for the crits. Okay, there's one on top of this one that's coming right now. Okay, maybe this strat isn't working for me. Yeah, the magnet... I thought the magnet would be really good on this one, but it's kind of getting in the way. So my strat right now is try and apply as much blind as I can to this one, and then pivot to one of the others. Like, I wanted to get to the point where it's not able to hit me. Magnet was so close to being helpful that time. Okay, it's getting low enough on health that I'm kind of scared of killing it at this point. I was saying. Yeah, I guess it can't hit me if it's dead. That's a good way to look at it. I'm also feeling a lot less scared than I was about a minute ago. Well, I wanted to like hold the blind on it and then pivot to something else, but yeah, you're right. It dying is a good thing. Like it's the most obvious thing in fighting a boss. Like the boss died, that's good. But like I got so caught up in like my build that like I wasn't thinking straight. Oh yeah, it's dead. Mine's complete. Crucible level 1 unlocked. So yeah, I think I just unlocked Act 4. Congratulations, new challenges are now available after each boss. Completing them will open a new path at the bottom of the mines. Cool. That was a fun run. I enjoyed that one. So yeah, let's see, it's 10:48. I've got enough time for at least one more run. I will put it up to a poll. So basically, whichever character I do for the next run, I will do whatever Crucible level I'm on. So if I play Peglin, it will be really hard. If I play anything else, it won't be that hard. So that's Peglin. Ball it in. High defense and offense. I think that when you give Belusion a bunch of like, if you give any status condition a bunch of stuff like that, it's going to be good. Like I don't care what it does, like as long as it's not actively harmful to you, or actively beneficial to the enemy, like it's going to be good. But being able to use it in a context like that, where it was more of a, I guess like you could think of it in D&D terms of being just a high AC character. Where you just don't get hit very often. Like, you don't have to worry about how much damage you're taking because you're not taking the damage. Like that. I like that way of thinking about it, which is different from how I've thought about it in the past, which was just, oh yeah, it's like, it can come in clutch sometimes, which was not the right way to think about it. And then Spinventor. Yeah, well, we can't all be you, Mr. Richie Rich. So yeah, there's the poll. We'll leave that open for a little bit. I will just sort of leisurely scroll through all of them and talk about them. Peglin is... So Peglin will be really hard because it'll have all the difficulty options on. Well, not all of them, but most of them. Peglin is a jack of all trades with access to almost all orbs and relics. Flexibility and adaptability are the keys to Peglin's victory. Yeah, Peglin is just what kind of, cool synergy can I find? Okay, yeah, 4 votes, all for Spinventor. I guess we're doing... I should have known chat would have voted for the one that I labeled Chaos. That makes a lot of sense, actually. That was not deliberately biasing chat, but I'm also pretty happy with this. Normally when I do something like that, it is on purpose, I will tell you that, but this time it was not. So yeah, this is Crucible level 1, so I start with an extra Pebble, and Pebbles aren't quite so good on crits anymore. Yeah, I was hoping it would be anything but Peglin or Roundrel. Like, I just wanted to play one of the ones that I haven't played in a little while. Yeah, so Spinventor, unique orbs get buffed for him, so you are incentivized to get a lot of different orbs, basically. I feel like buffing crits will apply to a wider variety of orbs, so I'll go for basically the crit build starter kit. Alright, okay, so for this map, I just want to kind of bait them out for a little bit, and then get in there and blow them all up with the bombs. Oh yeah, it's also predisposed to doing slime builds. Okay, I don't have to wait anymore. Die. Well, I think I already have Splat Orb. Yeah. Two's Company applies double damage slime. Double damage slime makes pegs durable and contribute double damage, quadruple damage to non-negative if peg downgraded. So apparently, downgraded orbs are good if they're slimed. Like, I haven't quite wrapped my head around how all that works, but it is a thing. Okay, so there's a shop at the end. Although I'd rather just get this track here. Or this track here, dang. And I can still get the shop there. So shop, fight, mini-boss, chest, mini-boss, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, chest. Never mind. Okay, so that was the double damage slime. Oops. Well, okay. I can just blow them up. It's not a big deal. Of course, because the board keeps shifting around, getting the bombs is a little bit tricky. I just have to keep finding the bombs until or like priming them until they're served up to me on a silver platter. I have plenty of time. There's no shop for a long time. I'm planning on just tanking these encounters, because, like, why not? Like, this path is just insane. So I'm going to upgrade an orb because I'm going to actually need it. I didn't see that first peg that I bounced off of. Yeah, Spinventor is probably the one that I have the, like, least grasp on how to play. All this wonderful damage is great, but he only has 80 health. Alright, there's another kill. As hesitant as I was to get the cactus for the last run, I'm kind of missing it. Yeah, I need to refresh. Did I learn nothing from the first run tonight? I still do find it very funny that they finally added an alternate way that I could unlock the fourth character. And then literally the first run after they do that. Oh, okay, I just did the thing finally. I was inspired, I guess. Every 5 hit. Okay. Shop isn't for a while still. I'll go for it. And then it's to the left. I like this map. There's a lot of satisfying slides you can do. So close to the refresh. Oh well. The weird thing with Peglin, and you get this with other roguelikes as well, but I've never noticed it quite as much with others as I do with Peglin, is you kind of have this, like, hangover after you, like, win a run, where it's like, oh yeah, that was so cool, that was so awesome, I got to do all this, like, fun stuff, and now it's like, oh, I, like, have nothing. Like, this could be a very fun run. It's just, it needs to get going again. Let's try this again. Ow. Rude. Okay, summoning circle. That's actually kind of nice with this because I can get 2 of an orb. Which I normally couldn't get. Okay, and now I don't have to go through the encounters anymore, I can just go left. This is another one of where it's bait them out and then use the bombs against them. Although this one is higher risk with that strategy because there's only 2 bombs and you need both of them. It often ends up being imperfect. Oh, yeah, it is. I knew that, I just didn't want to go into all of it and, like, overcomplicate it. Okay, they're pretty much all on here, and I'm getting a little overwhelmed. I can handle a lone bat if I need to. Yeah, like, I'm glad that they made downgrading an interesting mechanic and not just purely a punishment. Yeah, that's basically what it comes down to. Yeah, like, if you downgrade it, the slime is, like, more or less twice as effective. Like, it's all very confusing, and, like, in the moment as I'm playing, it's the sort of thing that I find I don't want to deal with. But, like, I'm sure, like, if I got hands on with it and I just kind of forced myself, like, no, I'm going to learn this, like, I could figure it out and it would probably be fun. I got distracted and forgot all I had to do was blow up this one bomb, and now the bomb is, like, I was gonna say inaccessible, but then I blew it up. Yeah, we're doing it. Highway Orbery can be upgraded any number of times to add +1/+2. This is one of my favorite orbs in the game. Oh, right. Oops. What is my navigation this run? Like, I can still do the line, but now I have to fight something. Oh, hey, it's a rainbow slime. I think I am going to manage to kill it because of bombs. Like, I need to bomb because otherwise I would need to fight through these things and their corpses to get to the ranged flowers, and that's just not happening anytime soon. And I would take a ton of damage in the process. And this gives me a chance to actually loot some of the gold. As much as I want to upgrade the Highway Orbery, I should start saving money. I'm not going to have a lot of opportunities to get gold before the shop now. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, that did a lot of damage. So yeah, this mini-boss, basically, there's a bunch of red slimes, which are kind of a problem in and of themselves, but then this green slime comes in and he has a ton of HP. Generally, I try to wait for him to come onto the field before I start blowing up the bombs. Let's see. Okay. Well, I would blow up the bombs if I could actually manage to get in there. Alright, taken care of. I only have a 1 relic. Wow. This was not a great start. Not gonna lie. Okay. Gotta go for the crit. Sorry, I got distracted by something. I replaced the slime. Okay. In one side, out the other. Okay. Not the greatest start. This orb will be good once I upgrade it. It'll send out multi-balls, basically. Even upgrading it once would probably be worth it, but I'm so close to the shop that I don't want to risk it. Yeah, it feels like every time I do this mini-boss, it's just a slog. It takes a long time. But we got him. Oh, I'm only at 8. I was not paying attention to my health, and I'm at 8 HP. Okay. Moving on. Pincer maneuver. Learned my lesson on why this one isn't a great idea. Bouncers contribute to damage. Yeah, I'll take that. Okay, right, right, left, left, right. Battles start with 10 extra gold. Why not? I mean, I don't have any other options, so... all orbs have Echo 10. Okay. Wait, no, I wanted to go right again and then double left. Oh, okay. This one won't be such a walk in the park as it was before, just because I don't have any status effects to apply to him. At the same time, might as well. Alright, I need to find a bomb. It was right there. One more bomb will do it. Never mind. But it will effectively do it. There we are. I'm kind of tempted to take Reforbisher because of the way it interact with slimed pegs. Why not? Oh wait, the shop's coming up. I shouldn't have done that. Oh well, I still have an opportunity. All orbs have +1 persist. The board will contain 2 additional crits. I'll take the persist option, please. I thought it was going to somehow go to the right again. Not bad. And yeah, I can just upgrade all of them now. I would say I really just need a refresh, but it's over. Upgrade Sectorb, part of the Assemble. Yeah, so this class has the Assemble, which is... It's an orb that you get different parts for and upgrade it with. So this one upgrades each peg hit +3 damage. Okay. I'm not going to spend any more money. I am going to the shop. I keep getting so stingy about money. I have 174 gold. What's this? A spin docked orb. Every one unique upgraded / downgraded peg hit are multiplied by -2. That might be good. I think it's also a little too much for my brain to process right now. I'm gonna focus on the relics. I understand relics. Crit Somalos Fleece. Activating multiple crits increases damage per peg by crit damage minus regular damage. Well done steak. Whenever you reload, heal 10. That makes sense. Not having enough slime for that. Cookie, heal 1 every time the board is refreshed. Yeah, that's true. Cookie is good. Suffer the Sling. This is kind of good right now, but like I'm trying to get rid of my pebbles. And then Froggo Amulet gained 3 max health whenever an orb was added. Okay, I'm gonna take Cookie. I'm just gonna take both healing things, kind of just for the bit. And I'm considering removing a pebble, but like, maybe not. I'm not sure. Actually, yeah, I will remove a pebble. Just because I already have Summoning Circle, so I am incentivized to want Summoning Circle to be next to basically anything that isn't a pebble. And I can't do like discard shenanigans to make it happen. Okay, this does 10 crit damage and I have a clean shot on the crit. Unfortunately, it will hit the tree. It will also do a quarter of the tree's health. Okay, I'll go for the crit. I might just die here. Like, I don't have a lot of ways of getting around the tree. I think I'm cooked, chat. I was, in fact, cooked. Yeah, I misnavigated so much early on that I really shot myself in the foot. Like, I think if I had gotten the things that I wanted to get, I would have been okay. But I just was fighting an uphill battle the whole time. Which is unfortunate. I mean, after playing Peglin for like 3 hours, I just was not paying as much attention. But yeah, GG. Yeah, I think I'm gonna start wrapping up stream now rather than go for another run. But yeah, thanks for hanging out. This was a fun stream, and I'm really happy with the things I was able to unlock in the game. Yeah, if you're not already, please consider subscribing to the channel. I do live streaming like this every Tuesday night, short form content as well, and I've been pushing myself to start doing some long form content. It's mostly been Mario Maker, although I uploaded my first Titanfall video today, playing through the main campaign. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with that. I hope you enjoy the videos as they come out. Uh, but yeah, again, thanks for hanging out in chat, and just have a wonderful night.